Yeah, folks, it's been a really lovely spring day here in Sydney, Australia, and it's the first day I went without wearing a jacket. I just wore a shirt. I haven't done that since last summer or maybe early last winter. I don't remember, but it's nice not having to wear a stupid jacket all the time or scarf. Still a little bit cold in the shade from time to time, and there's a bit of a breeze blowing, but yeah, it was really nice not having to wear a shirt for a change. I mean a jacket rather. Let's see what we're doing with this. This will be an interesting one, this one. It's very colourful, so we're going to make it negative and background colour. Are we going to give it a background colour? We're going to give it a skip. Okay. Going to cool down the hue as well as put in all the red. Cool it down to cold. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this will be very colourful. Let's see what it is, and we've got to enlarge it anyway. It's one of these bits of special paper that has like this black stuff over it, and you can sort of scratch away the black and reveal some of this, but the person who did this obviously wanted to reveal close to all the colours except for a few areas of black that you can just see there. So now we're just going to use this as one of our demos. So we found it on the ground near a craft shop. So yeah, we're going to see, it's going to be an interesting enlargement to do. We're just going to, you can see it's much smaller than A6 and considerably smaller there. So we're going to have to work this one out. This will be a challenge. Okay. So the horizontal, we're going to make it 320, and the vertical, we're going to make it 300, and we're just going to make it 300. We'll see how that goes. Stabilising image, please wait. That's typical Konica Minolta stupidity as usual. Whatever. It's just taking a bit of time. This is typical of this type of machine for some reason. If I was in an office, that would not be acceptable. This machine's really strange. Sorry folks, it takes a while for the first one to come out. Let's see how we go. But it's a smaller, it's only a fairly low volume machine, I suspect. But anyway, the colours look really, really brilliant. You can see the white areas are where the black used to be. So we're going to have to stretch it along the horizontal. I don't know what how good the vertical is. So let's see if we can make this. So 320 on the horizontal. It needs to be bigger. It needs to probably be, let's see how big we're going to make it. 300, and it's either going to be 350 or 340. And maybe the vertical could be a little bit smaller. I don't know. I can't be bothered lifting the original off and having a look. So let's see, 200, and I'm going to make this 250 and see how we go. All right, let's see how we go. Bingo. Ooh, I heard a nasty sound. Just go. That was the scanner. So Konica Minolta's, this machine's had a lot of noises. They don't always show up at the same time, but you get these different noises that this machine makes, like squeaks and shit like that, and knocking noises. and it isn't really good for Konica Minolta's image. But yeah, that looks better. We've got more there. That's our first one, and that's our second one. We still need a bit more on the horizontal, and the vertical, I don't remember what the original looked like when it comes to sizing, so I'm wondering if I'm going to have a look. I'm just going to quickly play with the buttons here. We're just going to look at the horizontal side of things, and it looks like we've got pretty well most of it in. See there? That should be hopefully close enough. So we're just going to look at it there and just put it back on the glass as we had it, pretty much. And we're just going to go in here. We're going to have to add a little bit of extra enlargement again on the horizontal. The horizontal, we just seem to be underestimating the size, or overestimating the size. So 340, 300, and we're going 350. And here we're going to make this one a little bit smaller, so we're going to make it about 248. See, we're just going to nibble that one. Well, it's not quite nibbling there, but we're nibbling off. Oh, whatever. Sorry, folks. We'll see how they go anyway. Alright, let's see how that one looks. Okay, that looks a bit better. We got a little bit more here. And here we're just off the bottom. We're nearly finished. We just got to make it a little bit. We've got to nibble here. This is where we're nibbling. So we're just going to nibble another small amount off that, and maybe make even less reduction, less enlargement, should I say. So we're just going to get in there. So we're going to make the horizontal is going to be 350. 350? What were we on? We were on 340, I thought we were. 340, no, 350 something we've got to make it. 356. And we're going to take a little bit more off this one. So 248 will go 246. Just a little bit smaller. Let's see how we go. Right, let's get it going. There's that sound again if you just heard it. It's only a slight sound, but it's not a very good one. Sometimes this machine does make certain noises, and it's just so annoying to see this on a machine that's not that old. Anyway, I'm just going to compare this. I think we took off maybe a little bit too much there, so I'm thinking here we look like we've got it pretty well close to just right, pretty close. I think we can keep it on that. So now we're just going to go back to the horizontal, and we're going to take some of this off. 356 is a little bit, we're trying to get a bit pedantic and perfectionist here, so 350. We're going with the number that was on my old, the model number that was on my old photocopier, the BizHub C353, which I had to replace with the C227, which is, of course, this machine. So we're just going to go and use an old number that, it was really nice having the old C353. And again, I heard that noise, I mean, the C353 had certain noise problems, but I think it was less noisy than this machine. So this machine, the old C353 was an old machine. I got it as a refurbished machine. So you got to expect some horrible sounds to come out of it. But it was a lot less noisy than this one. So I'm wondering if that's going to be, we're not going to get too fussy. I think we're pretty close to smack bang on what we want. It doesn't look like it's going to make a very good mirror image, however. So I'm wondering if we're still going to do the mirror image, we're going to still just run it as a mirror image job. So I'm thinking that's going to be it's hard to tell what part is going to be the corner. So I'm thinking maybe down there because of this angle. So we're just going to see how we go. We're just going to print another one off. Oh, did you hear that? Just when I was talking, I went, like that. If I can imitate it with my own voice. It's not good. It's a wonder this machine hasn't broken, because to me noises, when a machine makes noises, to me it indicates that it's on its way out. It's going to be broken. It's going to break down. I'm very sensitive to these noises, and I really don't like hearing them. But, you know, photocopiers are just so complicated. It's almost a miracle that they even function at all, because there's so many parts. There's like probably tens of thousands of individual components inside that little box called a photocopier. There are different types of physics going on inside that box. So something's bound to give. And, yep, eventually it does give. And we all know that we need technicians to fix these fucking things from time to time. But I'm actually absolutely flabbergasted that they still work as long as they do, considering all the different things going on inside. I mean, I still love these pathetic machines. I still love them. It's a funny kind of relationship. I think it could easily be referred to as a bit of a cliche, known as a love-hate relationship. It is a love-hate relationship, I must admit. I get angry at these pieces of shit called photocopiers, but at the same time I still love them. How do I love them? I just don't know. It's very strange, but I don't know if this is actually going to look any good. It looks a bit like we haven't got the right bits. This is not the best mirror image original, but actually it looks quite nice with these lines. I think these vertical lines actually give it some kind of justice. So I'm wondering if we're just going to leave it at that. This is a prolongated demo, so we might as well now call it quits.